reach up high like there's something there, but I'm just searching for the unknown.
Hey guys, welcome to the Big Bang Theory after show here at thestream.tv. We're live, join in the conversation using the hashtag BigBangAS. Wow, moving on. So here to talk about that are my co-hosts Lexi and Tia.
Hi guys.
Hello.
I'm Adam. How's everybody doing? Nice to see you all. We don't see you, but we know you're there. So let's talk about this real quick. We've got fencing, we've got exercising, fence exercising.
No, mathletics.
Mathletics.
Well, that was Sheldon. Yes, Sheldon thought his mathletics helped him in the fencing because he thought it was easy after he was talking to me. But I loved the whole fencing. I thought it was fun. It was very like a throwback to like elementary school. When the teacher's back is turned, they play around, and then
that was
they
the best.
turn back around, and they get back in their positions. Like it was a lot of fun.
I was super impressed with everyone's form, especially Howard. I think he had the best form, like the posture and everything.
Yeah, he was really good.
I didn't know if they would be athletic or not, to be honest. And to me, they came off as athletic or surprised me in some way.
I think Sheldon actually maintained his nerdyism with not being too on point with his athleticism. But I do want to start real quick just because that opening scene with the Fitbit and the piston machine, that really blew my mind. I thought that was hilarious because, at the end of the episode, Bernadette nails Howard with, how come you ran 146 miles today? Which is impressive for anybody.
Right.
Nobody can do that. But so we start with that. Obviously, he's trying to get around the exercise, but then the boys end up
deciding to do fencing.
Right.
They look through the catalog for the college and see what they can do that fits their fitness requirements, meaning no running, no shorts that could be pulled up or pulled down, and fencing fits in there. Barry Kripke, of all people, is teaching fencing.
Right, and of course Penny throws in the whole, she's laughing because they're choosing exercises to do, and brings up the fact that that Leonard twisted his ankle playing Scrabble. So clearly activities are not their strong suit.
Right.
I'm still impressed by them.
It's like a throwback to the time where Raj and Howard do the wrestling to see who's going to be the sidekick, and they don't do anything for the longest time. Like they don't even touch each other. They just like circle. I love it. So they're not very athletic people, obviously.
No, and with the basketball, do you remember that episode too?
That was Sheldon and Barry.
Yeah, that was Kripke and Sheldon have faced off before. So let's talk about the fact that Kripke finds out about Amy and Sheldon breaking up, and he's interested, and that throws the whole episode with the boys for a loop.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's Kripke, and I guess he's not the most sensitive, but still, it was kind of, I don't know, like a blunt comment to say to Sheldon, like, oh, interesting. Like, he didn't hide the fact.
Well, they always have that, like, back and forth thing.
No, of course.
But that's kind of, I think, stepping a little over the edge, because you don't really, they are friends in a way, and that's a line that that he stepped over, I think.
And he just taught Sheldon how to touch, so it was definitely the wrong time.
Right, lest he be touched. But here's the thing, like, Leonard jumps in and he starts talking to, Sheldon about it, and basically he's like, listen, this is what's gonna be, and then Sheldon wants to know how to glove slap.
Which he does do to Leonard later on.
He does get to use it.
When he's like, he's dumb and he looks dumb. That's his reason why he shouldn't be with Amy.
Right. Again, elementary school. I love it. Just the throwback.
It is. So then of course we see Leonard, talking to Kripke and kind of trying to basically warn him about the craziness that's Sheldon that's about to hit him.
Right.
And then we deal with Sheldon challenging him to a duel.
In 3 years.
Exactly.
At high noon. Like very old-fashioned.
Yes. I'm surprised he didn't give him a little glove slap at that point. But,
what's interesting though for Sheldon, for how much he thinks of himself. 3 years is a while, I think. Don't you? You'd think Sheldon with his brain would be at
3 weeks.
Give me 3 weeks or give me 3 days even. 3 years. He's really stretching the time. I don't know.
Maybe he knows that Barry's probably pretty good since he's teaching the class, and just gives himself a little bit more time to
master it.
Yeah,
I think so.
And it says that he thinks that Amy's still going to be available for years, or that they're still gonna, which is interesting. it's just his mindset.
Thought about it. Let's talk about real quick, before we get into them at the sports bar afterwards. Obviously, we're noticing that with this breakup, the boys are kind of hanging out alone and the girls are hanging out alone. Let's talk about that for a second. I mean, is that bothering you guys?
No, I think it's natural when you break up. They've all become so close, but naturally the girls are going to take the girls' side and the guys going to take the guys' side, and almost as a comfort as well.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like who you go to. You hang out with your girls or hang out with your guys. I guess it is interesting because I do love seeing them all together, but they definitely have been separated
I
into
think
genders.
The past 3 episodes have been just set on just the girls in one setting and the boys in one setting, which has been really interesting. And I just noticed it tonight because I was like, oh, they're doing it again. So I think it is natural that when you break up and you have a group that's so close, and then you've got one in each side, that the girls take the girls' side and the boys take the boys' side.
Which is interesting how it's going to play out, because if Sheldon and Amy might not get back together for a while, is it going to continue like this for the rest of the episodes? Because how can you be in the same room?
I think they're going to have to bring it together anyway, because I think it's going to create some tensions and some fun moments. And to be honest, I think I would hope by mid-season they're going to get back together.
Right.
Or maybe there's going to be some big bomb drop on at the mid-season finale before we come back.
Right.
That's
Amy's
gonna
pregnant. Would have to be immaculate conception.
Different show.
Well, who knows? Hey, maybe they end up finally sleeping together. That would be insane.
That
would take 4 sips of beer on Sheldon's part.
Maybe 12.
Maybe
I think.
12.
Maybe 12. We might have to beef it up.
4 might be enough.
4 might be enough.
So speaking of the beer, let's talk about their sports bar situation afterwards. The Sheldon talks about being a jock.
Oh, because of the cut? Yeah, the blister.
Yeah.
He's like, this, like it or not, this makes us athletes now. So he really thinks, he's an athlete.
And the last time I remember Sheldon drinking, he spit it right back into the glass. This time, there was none of that. He was like, he must be really taking this breakup hard. He just washed him down.
Yeah, he's not in the pain.
His 3 sips.
Yeah, I mean, he's drowning his sorrows. He's like, I'm supposed to be in a bar because I'm getting over. He's like doing the things that he's seen on TV or in the movies, how to get over a relationship.
It's all scripted. What he's supposed to do is completely scripted. And when he hits on the girls, that's incredible with the Pokemon reference.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like he's doing it because he thinks it's supposed to make him feel better. And I like here's what I'm gonna say. I like that they're going at it from this perspective, because at first when I heard that Sheldon was gonna maybe date other people, I was like, come on, guys. Pictures of Fonzie jumping the shark were running through my head. And then when I saw the episode, I was like, okay, good. He stayed Sheldon, and he went because he's really trying to fill that void in himself.
Absolutely.
And it's not like, oh, I'm interested in these women. It's, oh, here's a Pokemon reference. This is supposed to help me feel better, and let me just insult you real quick before I walk away. That was his solution to the problem, as opposed to actually dating.
The poor redhead. He's like, tell Barnum and Bailey's, like I said hi, or whatever he said about that. The girl was like, what?
That was tough. That was rough.
Like, right over her head.
He even hit on the grandmother. He went right down the line. Rejection. He has no idea what he's doing, and he doesn't care either. He's like,
yeah.
So let's move over to they run into each other at the end of the episode. Sheldon and Amy face each other. He's just been licking himself because he's not used to physical activity. He's not used to the way he smells or the way he tastes, which apparently he's got something in common with horses because he likes salty.
Or my dog. My dog loves salty. He always licks my dad. That's a different show.
That's a different show.
That's so creepy.
But they run into each other, and they really have this moment where I think both of them are kind of realizing maybe that either they're on the verge of making a mistake and moving on, or moving on. Like, do we think it's going to, which way is it going to go?
Well, I think the confrontation, which is awkward, I think that is going to help bring the girls and boys back together, because now they've at least talked a little bit, you know what I mean? So they can kind of but I think the fact that Amy now sees that Sheldon is trying to do things to move on, I think that choked her up, that made her really sad. And I don't think she thought he would move on so quickly, or try and date, and so that realization hitting her, she got a little choked up, and I was like,
she was
hopefully
really gonna cry.
that means that she will. I don't know.
I think she still has feelings for him.
Oh,
I think she obviously does, but it's something where she just feels she needs to take time because he doesn't get it. But if he got it like tomorrow, she'd go back with him. I don't know. She's always gonna like Sheldon or love Sheldon.
They need to have a conversation, I think. I think you can kind of see that maybe, they're both kind of like, she didn't think he would move on. He doesn't know she's telling him that she said no.
Right.
And I think she's telling him she said no because she wants him to come after her, but she knows he won't because he's Sheldon.
So yeah, what will it take? That's what I'm wondering. What is it going to take for Amy to accept Sheldon back? Like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
They have to talk about it.
They have to talk about it.
She needs to know that he was about to propose.
And I think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen the next few episodes.
I agree.
Hopefully that will be.
Maybe she'll find the ring. I don't know.
Well, but like, why would she be there? She's not going to go over. Someone's going to find out. I bet you Penny finds out, and then Penny tells Amy, and then something's going to happen. That's my prediction. So with this storyline, Sheldon looks good according to Amy, and according to Sheldon, he tastes good too.
He looks very tan. He looks very tan.
So let's move on to Stuart getting girls into the comic book store.
He's my favorite. I love him. I think he's just hilarious.
We'll call this the official breastfeeding area.
Oh my, he is. Everything that comes out of his mouth, you just know it's going to be creepy, and I wait for it. I'm like, say something. If he said something normal, I wouldn't even know how to perceive him. I'd be like, huh?
Yeah, he's just always been very awkward and very just socially inept. When it comes to.
It's obviously with the comments on YouTube, not YouTube, on the reviews of his comic book store.
Oh yeah.
All the girls.
No.
Yeah.
No. After I told him that I liked his shirt, he took it off and gave it to me. Dude, no. We don't do that.
Oh, Stuart.
Or he didn't blink. What was the other one? And when Penny was telling him that, he was just staring, not blinking.
I think he's comedic genius. I love him.
He's great. He is a creep, though. He's seriously so. But we do have a kind of a moment because the girls are trying to help him out, and then Amy sort of kind of relates to him, And I mean, look, he realizes he's the problem, and he really is a creep.
Yeah.
And Penny, kind of.
Amy, she was like really opening up about her prior to meeting, the new group of friends, and Sheldon, how, she felt so insecure and lonely. And it was a really touching moment. And then he just ruins it, thinking that it's the perfect opportunity. I get it. You like me. All right. I think we're going to, quiet the elephant in the room or whatever. And
these guys have no idea really how to. Well, he definitely has no idea how to relate to women. No. And that's why he's asking the girls how to get more, women into his store. But he just doesn't get it. It's hilarious to me that after all this time, they still don't get it.
I think he needs to have the girls dress up as comic book characters and stand outside the store to promote it. Actually, no, that would bring in more guys.
That's going to be a tough sell. I mean,
maybe get Thor. Maybe get
the guys dress up. Yeah.
But that's just going to bring more guys also. They're like, cool, where'd you get the costume? Let me Comic-Con this up. But Penny point blank says to him, she's like, basically, no offense, but what went wrong with you? To Stuart. And seriously, we kind of, and it was right after that he and Amy had that moment. But and obviously she turns him down, and she's being asked out left, right, and center in this episode.
Yeah.
Which Amy's a hot commodity after she, tweezed her eyebrows or whatever it was.
Eyebrows on fleek or whatever they say these days.
That's what the kids are saying.
That's what the kids are saying. She had them on fleek.
I did notice she was a little glammed up in the comic store, and I did before they even said about the eyebrows. I was like,
she's more blush on.
Different about Amy, yeah.
She's on the prowl.
Yeah.
So
it's obviously working.
So yeah, and Crispy Kripke, Barry Kripke asks her out with he sends her a naked pic. Dude, first of all, no, we should never do that. Nobody wants to see that.
Why? Why would you do that?
No.
Guys, why
so
would
many
you
comments.
just
gonna hold them in.
Just wrong. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I don't know. Maybe they'll date.
Well, she said no.
To both of them, yeah.
No, but maybe they'll be dating other people at some point.
Yes.
Or maybe they'll get back together.
I really don't think there's anyone else out there for Sheldon, first of all.
I agree.
I know that's been a question kind of on Twitter, but I think they're perfectly matched for each other. And, like you said, I don't know what it's going to take, but I think he's going to do something, and she's going to see, that he's coming around and that he really cares for her, loves her, and they're going to get back together.
And also the jealousy thing might kind of help. because she really did take that, like we said earlier,
Yeah.
pretty bad. And not that you should ever purposely make someone jealous, but I kind of have a feeling that's like what's gonna, if she sees him move on, say he does before her,
Right.
that's gonna have an effect.
It's true.
Yep, I agree. So, okay, so it's not going to be Kripke. We know Stuart's a creep. Let's talk about our favorite moments from the episode. Tia, what was yours?
Mine is in the fencing when Kripke is asking which one, that their dominant leg is supposed to be forward, and then Sheldon has a problem, and he says, I don't think I have a dominant leg. They're both pretty submissive.
That's awesome.
I thought that was pretty
Well,
great.
then Howard's comment, which leg do you flush the toilet with? The follow-up was also great.
That was good.
So we figured out he's a righty. And Lexi, what was yours?
So back to Stuart and his creepiness. I loved when they were questioning why he wasn't uncomfortable speaking to them. They're like, well, this is weird. You say you're not comfortable speaking to women. He's like, oh, well, I'm doing that trick where I picture the audience naked. And he's like, by the way, thumbs up, ladies.
Just creepy.
It's just, yeah.
But it's like totally the wrong way you're supposed to use that tactic.
Right.
But I don't think he understood,
No.
so it's okay.
No. Mine was when Sheldon was challenging Kripke to the duel, and he said, "You better watch out because I'm going to touch you all over." and even when he just saying it right, it's still just wrong. And I think Kripke was like, "I don't even know what to make of that right now."
I'm just going to leave that one there.
Yeah, I loved it. Guys, we'll be right back with some questions. So tweet at us using the hashtag BigBangAS. We'll be back in just a minute. We got a little commercial break for you.
Awesome. Do the touching. Should we touch?
Should we finish?
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, this is for you.
I love it. That was freaking oh my god.
I didn't see any of this coming. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was like,
How did you get here? No.
Like, kill him. Kill him. Definitely kill him. We're cool.
shade. Shade left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, let's put your 2 cents in.
Rubbed me the wrong way in the right way.
But you were like, well, we want to know what's going to happen.
That was killed.
We just want to say we love you all. Thank you so much for your support. You are all seriously the best in the world. and we
Another
appreciate
beautiful
you so
summer
much.
at the stream.tv, y'all.
Here we go, guys.
Thank you for being here. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us here at the Big Bang Theory After Show at the stream.tv. Don't forget to subscribe right now while you're watching, because then you'll get more of us and all the amazing shows that we have here too. So let's talk about some Redditor questions or comments from last episode. We're gonna switch things up a little bit and hit Reddit first, because there was a couple of interesting ones that that kind of came up. And we'll start with, I'm gonna look here. Yeah, this is from Redditor pbrooks19, who said, I was so disappointed. This is due to last week, actually. Leonard needs to man up and live with his wife. Plus, a couple of episodes of Sheldon living by himself could have had real comic potential. It would have given Amy and Sheldon time to work things out, and then they could move in together, and we have the couples living across from each other, problem solved, except it wasn't frowny face. So let's talk about that for a second. He's upset that Leonard and Penny didn't go through with moving in together, and he's thinking that it could have been really comedic for Sheldon to be living on his own. What do we think about that?
It could have been comedic, but I also feel like Sheldon would just go into pure solitude and wouldn't do much in his room. I don't know, without interacting with his friends,
Yeah.
I don't know how comedic he is, because he's very into his technology. I don't know. I kind of think personally he needs that interaction to bring out the funny in him.
Just someone there to actually to bring him out into the world, period. Because I think yes, I think Leonard and Penny should be living together. They're married. They should be living together. But this is, these circumstances are a little different than what most people have to deal with. True. And we've seen Sheldon go into hiding when something goes wrong, he'll hide in his room or he'll go to
He has
Texas
his robot
or
version of himself. Remember the robot version?
He didn't want to get hurt. That is a good question on whether or not there would have been some good potential there, because, like you said, I don't know how comedic he is on his own. Or maybe I guess maybe trying to find a roommate and actually trying to live with another person. I knew Amy definitely wouldn't have moved in, so trying to find another person and maybe like feeling that out and having that go wrong a few times, maybe that would have been funny.
I think it would have been good to maybe bring someone else in and see how they get terrorized by Sheldon, and maybe have it be something where they had no choice but to stay, and then it would have been a really interesting dynamic. So Redditor P. Brooks 19, I think you're onto something, but I also think that in sitcom world we kind of have to bring it back to Sheldon and Leonard living together, because honestly, they wouldn't even hang around him if they weren't living with him. If they don't have to, they're not going to. Although I think he's kind of grown on them like a fungus at this point. So. All right, we'll do one more Reddit question real quick. And this has to do with actually some stuff that we discussed tonight. So that's kind of why I wanted to bring it in.
Awesome.
So it's actually from two Redditors. Druid96 says, F off Stuart. The song was really good. I hate Stuart now. So this Redditor is upset because Stuart was not happy with Thor and Dr. Jones. Dude, other than the F off part, we agree with you.
I agree, yes.
We love the song too. But we don't hate Stuart, but we agree with this next one from Luna Inculta. On that note, anyone hate how Stuart's character evolved on this show? They originally made him a self-employed guy that had his lonely quirks, but was a stable personality. Now he's at scary levels of pathetic, and this is after opening his new store. What do we think about that? It's true, right?
It is, yeah.
It is true.
He kind of was normal for a bit.
He was, and it's sad to find humor in his misfortunes, but at the same time, it's really great. That sounds like an evil person. Like, fail, Stuart, fail.
I think, okay, as an actor, I love him. I think he's hilarious with it, but the way they have gone with the character is just going really creepy. Before he was just kind of pathetic and lonely, yes, and he had his comic book store, but he was more on the, quote unquote normal side. But now he's just like touching people weirdly and like saying things. So I would like him to maybe pull back a little bit on the creepster.
Yeah, he has. At this point, how much further can he go?
Yeah, he's gone full creepazoid.
He's gone full creep.
I remember there was one episode where Raj was really lonely and he was in the comic book store, and then they decided to go see a movie to get they actually had like a date situation.
Yeah.
And then, Raj leaves and he's like, okay, and he's happy with himself, and then Stuart kind of looks up and he's like, I can do worse,
Yeah.
And it was like that kind of like this pathetic, like, well, at least I've got somebody to hang out with.
Right.
But it wasn't creepy, and now he's just gone the full creep. So
maybe because he's dealing with women now. So now it's kind of turned into this creepy thing. Because when he was dealing with the guys, it was more...
Just nerdy.
Just nerdy, exactly. So maybe bringing the women in, the element made it a little
I feel like
creepy.
singing that Radiohead, I'm a creep. I can't sing.
All right,
we'll leave the singing to them.
So I guess we kind of agree in that case. We love watching it, but we agree with that. Maybe we can slow down the creepiness on Stuart a little bit. Although that's getting a lot of laughs, so I'm gonna say
hopefully when they get all back together in one group, it'll tone down a little bit.
Maybe they'll find him his own little creepy girl to be with or something. That would be fun.
That would be great.
It's gonna be like a blow-up doll. Let's be honest.
Lars and the real girl.
So let's do some. Are we gonna go YouTube shoutouts or Twitter?
Yeah, let's
Twitter
first.
first.
Twitter
shoutouts. Let's do
it.
So
we just have a few thank yous from last week from at John G500, at Joe Sal 90, and at Big Bang Theory fans, which is at B_bang_theory_B. Thank you guys for chatting with me last week. That was really nice of you, and tuning in. And then we have a few from this week that I loved that I just want to throw out there real quick. So at Mangal Peruvian said, move over football, #MNF, now stands for Monday Night Fencing.
Love it.
Love it. At Miss Thomas 715 says, I'm proud of the fact that I can sing the entire theme song to Big Bang Theory. And I am with you, because I took a long time, but I learned that whole song and I can sing it every time it plays. I love it.
Play it. No,
and then we have, we have one question. We have a question.
Okay.
Do you think, I think I said this earlier, but at Fanny_Landeros said, do you think there is someone else out there for Sheldon?
I think we touched on that. We all
Yeah,
agree.
we did.
No, we don't
No.
think so. We think that
Sadly.
Sheldon and Amy it's shamey all the way
Yeah.
for us. So
Yeah.
It's a shamey.
So guys, keep tweeting at us with the hashtag BigBangAS. And right now we're gonna do some YouTube shout outs.
Yeah,
Lexi, take it away.
YouTube. I know we have Jayla back, so thank you as always. You're so supportive. Jayla, we also have Ming Quinn. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for joining. And then we have Capable OX. We also want to appreciate you. And Jack Pika. We have a lot today. People are really getting in on the conversations. Let's see if there's definitely some fun stuff. Ooh, this is from Tia. You're really in on this.
Oh.
Then this one guy said, did Kripke really send Amy a nude pic? Why do some dudes do that?
Yeah, we don't
know.
know.
You know what? Capable OX. I don't know. I ask myself every time I open my phone.
Well, that was
All
more
right,
information than
Lexi.
we needed.
And
Every
then-
time you open your phone.
Hey, I don't ask
The look
for
of
'em.
love. Lexi's got.
No, okay. The actor is good, the character is creepy. I think he's referring to what we were just talking about with Stuart.
About Stuart,
Actor
yeah.
is good, character definitely creepy.
Yeah.
But thank you guys
We
so
agree.
much. And Jayla, she learned the theme song too. So you guys are on the same page. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll come in one day, Jayla, and duet with Tia over here.
It takes a minute to learn it, but
We can
and
do
I
it.
love singing. I love the fact that I can get every word in.
We'll do a Skype duet.
You know, I do want to see one more shout out, Senti Cat, because you've said a lot, and we already touched on this, but she wants to also know how long it'll take for Sheldon and Amy to get back together. So I guess time will tell.
I'm saying end of the season. By end of season for sure, if not midway. I'm hoping
Midway. I'm hoping midway as well.
That's our hope.
Yeah.
But definitely by the end of the year. They can't keep it up for too long.
They have, yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead and subscribe to the Scream. The Scream? You can subscribe to the Scream too. It's coming up to Halloween. But subscribe to the Stream.tv right now. And remember to tweet at us all week using hashtag BigBangAS. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
For more of the Big Bang After Show,
Click that button and subscribe to
The Stream.tv.